Hey, welcome back to my channel. So I went MIA for about probably almost close to a week. Last Thursday I was supposed to do my weigh-in and I did not. The reason for that being was I had jumped on the scale, and previously, I think like the week prior, it said like I was at like 321 or something like that. Like I was almost out of the 320s. On Wednesday, last Wednesday, I had an appointment to go into the doctor's office and get some blood drawn for some more blood work that I needed to have done. And when I used their scale, it said that I was at 338 pounds. Not only did I freak out, but this kind of like pissed me the hell off, because like couple weeks prior to that, at another doctor's office, it said like I was at 320 something. So I'm thinking my scale at home's wrong, it's fluctuating, there's something wrong with it, and then their scale goes up, and you know, it's like a 10 to 15, actually it was almost close to like a 15-pound difference. So it put me in just a funky mood, and I'll be honest, I just kind of didn't give a shit for the rest of the week. It was just upsetting, frustrating, I mean everything you can think of. But I did get my blood results back, and I tested positive for being insulin resistance. You know, no big whoop there. Other than the fact, well, I shouldn't say no big surprise there. I was actually a little thrown off by it though, because I was like, really? Because my glucose, and I don't know what the glucose levels have to do, or I thought it was something totally different, but insulin levels are off. They're high. So they put me on some metformin. And with that, I've been on it probably for the past 4 days, maybe almost 5 days now. And what was happening prior to that I noticed was at work, I've always made a comment to like my mom and my husband, like, God, I can't focus. I feel drained. Like I'm constantly looking for caffeine to keep me going. But I'm also very, very forgetful. Like I'm talking like bat dingy, you know, the kind of, it's bad, where I'm like, you know, this isn't just the normal like, oh, I forgot, or you know, and I all of a sudden started feeling really, really tired. I would come home and I would tell my husband like, I don't want to do anything, and I just wanted to lay down. And I was also getting a lot of really, really bad headaches, and I do suffer from migraines, but for a while they've been okay, so something is just going on. So when we got into that back and I was like, that makes sense, because if you look at how diabetics kind of react when they're low on their blood sugars and stuff like that, it's kind of almost the same reaction I was having, which is a little bit scary. But I mean, that's what was going on. I am though going to be weighing myself this Thursday. Before I got on here, I jumped on the scale, and my scale here at home is saying 330.5. So I'm not going to go, oh, okay, well, I must have lost the 8 pounds within that many days, or we're just going to go with the 330.5. It is what it is. I'm hoping that the previous numbers were right, but then I'm kind of hoping that they weren't, because then that means I gained that much weight that quickly. And I'm usually pretty good on be like, you know what, I ate a bunch of shit I wasn't supposed to be eating, and which, yeah, there was stuff that was in there, but not enough to make me gain 10 to 15 pounds within like a week. But it is what it is, and I want to put out the truth and the information that I have, so I'm going from there. But there are going to be some changes to my diet, because when I was looking online, I was trying to kind of get like ideas. It was saying like my PCOS, my Hashimoto's, and now my insulin resistance, they all kind of go hand in hand, and it has a lot to do with your diet. But I started looking at diets for people with PCOS, and like a lot of things, I will be doing a low carb, you know, meal plan, and a low sugar. So it's almost probably be like a diabetic meal plan that I'm going to try to base my stuff off of, because I have drastically cut down the amount of sugars that I consume. I was, to be honest, was eating, you know, I was going out and was eating cakes and cookies and breads and just a lot of carb, I know, stuff, and just was not caring. And unfortunately with insulin resistance, your body's not breaking down the carbohydrates properly and using it as fuel. What's happening is it's just staying in my bloodstream and basically turning itself into fat, which is not good, and that's why I can pack it on so quickly. So I'm gonna cut that part down a lot, and especially with the sugars. I'm even not gonna be using my stevia as much, because for a minute there I do love my Tivana. However, I was using the stevia in it thinking, oh, this is better for me, but I did read that even sugars, you know, non-processed sugars like that still can spike your insulin levels, which is not good for me. So I've been doing unsweetened tea lately, and I will probably continue to do that. And unless I'm going to be eating like my oatmeal in the morning, I'm just going to use some honey. And I still have to even kind of be careful with honey. I bought some honey in the raw that we get locally out of our store, but even that can spike your levels. So the only sugars I'm really going to be consuming are like the minimal, you know, natural sugars that I can get from something like my fruits, and even my fruits is going to be limited. The previous diet that I was doing was just no fruits, no dairy, like a lot of, it was mostly like meat and vegetable. However, and it was high in fats, healthy fats, but however, it's not working for me like it was. And then not only that, but I just, not mind frame, just not there, just not caring or giving a shit and letting things just frustrate me. And I don't know, just a million and one different things. And I, you know, start eating stuff I wasn't supposed to be eating and consumed kind of a lot of it within like a few days. And so I need to, you know, get a little more focused. But like getting these test results back, the only good thing is it's enough to kind of make you wonder like what's going on. And because of the infertility treatments we are trying to, you know, make our family bigger if that's possible, I need to start doing this. So that's what I'm kind of doing. That's kind of why I went MIA. And I also didn't want to just put up a video to just put up a video, or to lie about my numbers, or to, well, I'm not sure what happened but the scale. I just, you know, factual stuff, but I am going to base it off of what my scale says today, which is 330.5. I do know for a fact that the other, it was last Wednesday that when I jumped on the scale at the doctor's office, though, it did say 338. But we will see how my scale here does, because I'm not sure even if I bought a new scale, if that's really going to fix the problem. It really could just be me. So before I rule that out totally, I'm going to try to give this another week and not get frustrated and just, but yeah, that was kind of what was going on with that. But I wanted to update you guys and let you know. And I'm also, I don't know if I mentioned, I'm on metformin, and that seems to be helping. So I'm hoping I can, on my own, through diet and exercise, start reversing the insulin resistance. And plus, it's not good to have, you know, the sweetest. Yes, I'm a fat girl, likes my cake, my cheesecake. But even my candies, oh my God, I don't know what it, like, I've been craving it so much, but I can kind of understand why, because if your body's not using it like it's supposed to, and you're not doing, you know, I think you're pretty much, if you crave something like strongly, don't look at it as like, oh, it's just a craving. You know, you actually might want to go to the doctors to get checked, because when I was telling my husband, before we went to get the blood work done, I was like craving sweets, like, I'm talking like crazy, not just because, oh, I'm just pissy, or, oh, I just feel like it, I don't care. Sometimes it was like a strong, like, I guess if when people are pregnant, but I'm not pregnant, that's like those kind of feelings, like, I need the chocolate now, I need that piece of cake now, or I need that bread now. And oh, with that being said, too, I'm also going to be eating some gluten-free bread, which is kind of funny because I always make the comment when we go down the gluten-free aisle that I hate it. At the grocery store, I hate seeing it. I hate that it's there, because to me, it's a gimmick. Especially like when you're going down an aisle and you see a bag of chips and it says gluten-free. Well, no shit, it's corn chips. It's gluten-free. It's just like when something's labeled fat-free and people think it's better for them, there's still hidden sugars and things in it. However, I found a bread called Franz is the brand, and it's like a 7-grain or whatever, but it only had like 2 grams of sugar in it. So I will be using that, and I bought some buns, but that's only so occasionally I can enjoy a hamburger and also some toast. Since my diet's going to be a little bit different than how I was doing, I'm going to do that. I'm hoping it works just to kind of so that my body will break it down better than regular white bread or regular wheat bread, you know, because there is still stuff in those. So looking at some gluten-free things, even though it's killing me because I'm so not like, I'm going to do gluten-free. Yeah, but just so if it's easier on my system and maybe my body breaks it down until I can figure things out. That's kind of where I'm going with that. I'm also introducing myself to fish, so I will be eating salmon every maybe couple of days, or just to kind of switch it up a little bit so I'm not so based off of like, you know, your red meat, your poultry, and your pork. So that's where I'm going with that. But I wanted to say thanks. If you haven't already, like, subscribe, and share. I wanted to keep you updated if you want to continue on my roller coaster with me. And I will be doing my weigh-in this Thursday, so I can give everyone a heads up and let you know how I'm going and how everything's doing. But thanks.